Turbulent times. Chairman of the occasion, Pharmacist Ade Popola, Group Managing Director, Reals Pharmaceuticals Limited. Keynote address speaker, Dr. George E. Thorpe, Chairman, Media Reach Nigeria. Guest of honor, Pharmacist Valentine Okelu, MD CEO, Nimet International PLC. Chief host, Pharmacist Tunde Oyenimo, President, SPSMN. Day Thursday, 26 September 2024. Venue, NANNM Event Center, 19 Amaraolu Street, off Agidingbi Road, Ikeja, Lagos. Time 10 a.m. prompt. 2024 Sales and Marketing Awards. Theme, Pharma Sales and Marketing in Nigeria. Celebrating excellence and impact at the same day and same venue by 5:30 p.m. prompt. This hybrid event will be streamed live on PharmaStream TV YouTube channel and Zoom platforms. Subscribe today to get instant live notifications. Announcer, Pharmacist Olubumi Ajaguna, SPSMN Planning Committee. Society for Pharmaceutical Sales and Marketing of Nigeria, SPSMN, presents 2024 Induction and Investiture of New Fellows. Theme, Pharma Sales and Marketing, Professionalism and Thriving in Turbulent Times. Chairman of the occasion, Pharmacist Ade Popola, Group Managing Director, Reals Pharmaceuticals Limited. Keynote address speaker, Dr. George E. Thorpe, Chairman, Media Reach Nigeria. Guest of honor, Pharmacist Valentine Okelu, MD CEO, Nimet International.
Koi. I'm a TV host, radio host with Faji FM. I'm going to be your anchor for this event. And of course, my co-anchor, Mr. Paul.
I'm Paul.
You're welcome.
And I'm one of you.
But may you not come take over my job. All right, ladies and gentlemen, shall we all rise for the opening prayers? In Jesus' name. Father, we thank you. We bless your name. We thank you for another opportunity given to us to be in your presence. Thank you for bringing us here safe and sound. We commit this event into your hands. We pray that you come and take absolute control. For those that are still on their way, Father, order their steps in the name of Jesus. We commit this event. We pray that at the end of the day, all glory and honor will be unto your name. Thank you, Abba Father, for in Jesus' name we pray. You may be seated, please. You will still stand again. Sorry. We are going to have our national anthem now. I believe we all know it. Don't worry, we are just going to take the first stanza because of our time and because of those of us who don't know it off heart. DJ, can you help us, please? Nigeria, we have our native land, God's tribal tongue and different in Thank you very much. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce some special guests to the high table. First, I would like to introduce Dr. George E. Thorpe. He began his career in brands and marketing management at Lever Brothers in 1979, and later held senior roles of Pfizer and Sterling Health, where he significantly contributed to making Panadol the number 2 unit volume brand globally. He served as Vice President Marketing for Sterling Health in the Minsk region and was later appointed Managing Director of Sterling Health Nigeria. After the global merger of the Sterling Health and GSK, he founded Media Reach, OMD, Nigeria in 1996, establishing the large marketing communication network in West Africa and Central Africa, and pioneering scientific media planning in Nigeria. Mr. Thorpe is currently the chairman of Media Reach, OMD, Nigeria, and a successful entrepreneur, having completed a doctoral degree in 2022 with focus on entrepreneurship education. Please join me as we acknowledge Dr. George Thorpe as an innovative leader and a prominent figure in the farm industry. You're welcome, sir. I also like to introduce Pharma Okelu. He is a distinguished pharmacist with a Pharma and master's degree from the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, and advanced training in management and strategy from prestigious institution Lagos Business School and London Business School. His career has spanned over 29 years in various roles within the pharmaceutical industry, including positions in sales, marketing, corporate strategy, and operations. He has held senior management position at May and Baker Nigeria PLC, ultimately becoming executive director of Pharma Sales and Marketing before joining the Nimitz International Pharmaceutical PLC as the managing director and CEO. Known for his strategic acumen and leadership abilities, Pharma Okelu has made significant contributions to the pharmaceutical sector in Nigeria. Please join me as we make welcome pharmacist Valentine Okelu, a seasoned professional who has demonstrated competence and valuable leadership skills. You're welcome, sir. Also, I'd like us to welcome Sir Ifeanyi Atwei. He is a highly respected leader in the pharmaceutical industry and the founder and publisher of Pharma News, Nigeria leading health journal. For over 10 decades, Is it here now? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite and welcome Pharma Ade Bokola, the Group Managing Director of Reals Pharmaceutical Limited. He is a distinguished leader in the pharmaceutical industry with a pharmacy degree from the University of Ife, an MBA from Lagos State University. He began his career as a medical representative at Roche Nigeria Limited and later held key position at Jaga Pharma Limited before founding Reals Pharmaceutical in 1995, which has grown into a leading pharmaceutical company in Nigeria. Under his visionary leadership, the company has implemented innovative sales, and strategy, significantly improving the accessibility of essential medications, a fellow of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria. Pharm Popola has been a strong advocate for the ethical practice and professional development, contributing to the industry through various executive roles. Despite the challenges in the mid-90s, he successfully restructured his company, and today he is also known as a motivational speaker and a pastor at the New Covenant Assembly. Please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Join me in welcoming Pharm Ade Popola, a visionary leader and exemplary figure in the pharmaceutical industry. And of course, he happened to be the chairman of this special occasion. Also, I would like to welcome the president of the Society for Pharmaceutical Sales and Marketing of Nigeria, Pharm Tunde Oyeniran. He is the lead consultant, Ekini White Tulip Consultancy Limited. Please, a round of applause for him. Ladies and gentlemen, at this junction, I would like to call on the chairman opening remark, Pharm Ade Popola. You're welcome, sir.
Hello. Good morning, all. I'd like to thank God for being alive today and for you to being alive. You know, there are so many things we take for granted. For example, I took my health for granted on Monday. I was doing my normal morning walk, and I had a sprain, so my leg just twisted. I thought it's the normal. I'm used to leg getting twisted. So you just do, you step on stones that is not, you didn't look at. Before I knew what was happening, it condemned my leg throughout 1.5 days. So I had to look for a physio. So sorry, I had to attend to myself this morning. And I know health is wealth. So my apologies for coming late. I'd like to congratulate the president and member of Society of Pharmaceutical Sales and Marketing of Nigeria for this gathering. Another error I made is that I'm used to their asking us to go to LCCI. I didn't know when they changed their mind. So I told my driver, because I was already late, I was running late. So I just said, go straight to LCCI. We are supposed to be there at 10:30, we are running late. On getting down, I didn't say anything that looks like, I said, what happened? With my limping leg. I have to look at my phone and find out that we are here. Meanwhile, my office is a walking distance. I have never entered there before. I didn't even know the meaning of NANNM. No, I didn't even know the meaning. But I pass here every day during the week. So two apologies in one. I'd like to congratulate once again the members of the Society for Pharmaceutical Sales and Marketing of Nigeria. Congratulations. I'd like to congratulate every member, including those people in the top hierarchy called trustees. I can see one or two of them. I want to thank my Ogapapata at the top. And interesting, his name is Dr. George Top. And I say it's Oga at the top. Honestly, with all due respect, when you talk of marketing in Nigeria, pharmaceutical marketing, even marketing in Nigeria, we have men and we have men. Is the man. So if you want to learn, please try and get his attention. My dear brother, this is the first time I'm meeting you after ascending the top spot in Imet. Congratulations. I wish you all the best. We, the shareholders, want the shares to now start growing at top speed. Sir, am I not communicating our mind? Am I not communicating our mind? And again, I met one of my former Oga, Tunde Onadele, is here. Please, Tunde, rise up. He's one of the strategists in the marketing industry. He used to be my Oga in UCH then when I was just starting out in pharmacy. He's a pharmacist. Then he branched out to making more money. And all my friends there could recognize Lulu Jan, every key members of the sales and marketing, the Vasca sales and marketing. I want to thank you. I'm glad you settled for me because I was trying to avoid this seat. I would rather want to be on the other seat so that I can learn. Every day you keep learning. Because I found out I have 2 programs today. There's a sales and marketing program of seed transformation at Marriott. And the people from Ghana came to my office yesterday to formally invite me. And I told them, sorry, I will not be able to make that. There's also another sales and marketing program happening here around me that I have to be there today. So I have to agree to be here. So once again, I want to thank you for coming. Number one, I want to say that the pharmaceutical industry have challenges with sales and marketing. Before now, I don't know about tomorrow. Before now is the cost of operations. Before is the integrity of our teams on the field. Integrity of the teams on the field. You don't know when the money is really out or the money is in the pocket of our reps. Now, the cost of living is so high that the salaries we are paying cannot take them home. And these are people who give goods worth 10 million and so on and so forth. And yet, we want them to take home 120,000 per month. And yes, our car worth 7.5 million or 10 million. He has our goods worth 20 million. So these are, I'm serious if I'm talking out of point. These are challenging period for pharma industry. I must not deceive you. It's a challenging period for us. And when we come together like this, we have to try and look at how we can help the businesses that is helping us. Am I communicating? How do we help the business? How, I asked a team of CEOs some weeks ago. Amaraolu Ojo was among them. Let's appreciate Amaraolu Ojo's leadership in the pharma industry. I said, most of the companies are declaring losses. But pharmaceutical industries are not declaring losses. What is going right and what is going wrong? If MTN declare loss, Nestle declare loss, as many as they are declaring losses. The pharma industry are not saying we declare 80 billion losses, 20 billion losses. I say, what are they doing right and other people are doing wrong? We need to study it. The food, we always say the food and the pharma, they are the most important items on the table. The food, they are declaring losses. Sir, that's what I read in papers. Nestle, declaring losses. Cadbury, almost out of market. And so many and so forth. But the pharma industry, the ones that are quoted, have not come out and say, maybe when our brother now pick the phone, they will say, last year was 500 million loss. We don't know. But I'm aware of their... So you now see that it seems there's something some pharmaceutical industry are doing right and others are not doing right. So we need to study too. Although these are not CEOs. But the members of the team can help the CEOs. So once again, these are challenging periods. And challenging period needs innovative solutions. We have to think now more outside the box than we used to think. How can you put a rep in Maiduguri and still break even? How can you put a rep in Adamawa and still break even? How can you put a rep in Niger? These are issues we need to look at. You can put a rep in Lagos and break even. You can put a rep in Abuja and break even. These are smaller territories. But these are issues that sales and marketing society needs to give us a solution for. Once again, you are welcome to this program.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I think one thing I took away from there is that the economy is very bad now. And I think, but you know, some people, when you go out and you see the way all these Alagbo are selling drugs in the inside buses and people are buying, you will know that the economy is actually bad. Before, everybody would buy, but now you see everybody, they want to eat. And you said it is the food industry and the farmer that is affecting. It's almost the same. You are a pharmacist, and the short word for it is farm. And the farmer who is in the farm, not, you know, they are brothers and sisters. Without food, you can't take drug. Without drug, you cannot eat. Abi? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome Mr. President to give us the opening address. You're welcome, sir. A fine gentleman.
Good morning, everyone. We can understand the challenge in who comes first, the president or the chairman. And I think, given the first circumstances here, I think the chairman needs to come first, as far as I'm concerned. You need to go to that place where I just left now. Temperature is very high there. I have my bosses, my grandfather bosses, even my great-grandfather, in fact, my ancestor bosses, they're all sitting down in that place. I'm probably the smallest in terms of who should actually be there. So since the chairman is in control today, it's all right that he made the opening remark. Basically, I want to thank everybody. But again, that will not be right, because I can't do vote of thanks when we have not even started at all. So the only thing I can do is actually to appreciate those who are here, starting from the high table. As you can see, they are very, very busy people, and to bring them here requires a lot of effort. And sometimes things happen just at the time you think it's not going to happen, and the majority of them have one time, one delay or the other. Still, I must thank the chairman, Pharma, Assistant General Overseer. For most of you that don't know, he's not an ordinary pastor. He's an assistant general over here, in Covenant Assembly. So I thank you very much for finding time to come in spite of the challenges. I also must thank my ancestor boss, Dr. George Top. And when you see somebody this great talking about an ancestor boss, I think you all need to know what I'm talking about. Please help me clap for Mr. George Top for being here. He is an extremely busy person, and he's a heavily sought after speaker. There has been some gap between us over 30 years or so, but it is fate. And another boss that brought him here, we can only thank him. I also thank Mr. Pharmaceutical for being here. We haven't met before, but we communicated in the last few days. And obviously, we are an MD of NANNM. It's not a small job, and there are things to be done, and everything's emergency. So I appreciate him for coming. For those of you who are sitting here, also appreciate you for coming. And for our people online, there are far more people online that are physically here. So I also appreciate you, because data and time, to be able to join online and stay online. I thank everybody. I can't speak so much about SPSMN now, because there's somebody else who is going to talk about SPSMN. just to say that it's a platform for everyone in sales and marketing of pharmaceutical products in Nigeria. Those of us who are there will understand the meaning of everyone. But I can explain it by saying we have pharmacists and non-pharmacists in this society. There are other bodies that contain just pharmacists, there are other bodies that contain non-pharmacists. But we're all in that industry as at now, and we have been together more than 30, 40 years. As a matter of fact, the number of non-pharmacists are growing faster every day than the pharmacists are probably the minority in pharmacies and marketing as we stand now. So once again, thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Like you said, there's somebody here who will tell us about the society. I guess there are a lot of people who are here today, like me, who doesn't know much about this society. Pharmacists, chemists, chemist man, patient store. I think we have to separate all of them. Separate the sheep from the goats, from the sheep from the goat. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Mr. Femi Ajala, who is the Director of Training and Research Development of the Society, to come up to tell us about the SPSMN. Mr. Femi, please, you're welcome.
Yeah, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, dignitaries. I really want to appreciate everyone for your efforts, for making it here. Well, for today's occasion, talking about SPSN, you will agree with me that in the pharma industry, we have quite a lot of people playing in this industry, both pharmacists and non-pharmacists. So it becomes so necessary for us as a body to find a way where we can collaborate. So the whole essence is for us to come together, to come as one, irrespective of our background. You will notice in the pharma industry, we have both pharmacists, non-pharmacists in the business of sales and marketing. So that becomes so important for us. The first option for us, as you can see, is to create an all-inclusive platform, irrespective of your background, so that we can come together. Then the next thing is for us to facilitate interaction. We want to find a situation whereby I can boldly talk to my friend Foley, irrespective of my level where I am. I can talk to Bowoto. I can talk to Biodun Yaya. I can talk to several people, not minding my cadre in the industry or the company in which I belong to. Then the second thing is for us to promote knowledge. We understand that training is key. How do we begin to foster this? We have on this our session a program that we call that we use to find a way to collaborate this knowledge. You understand? So we call on people that have actually been of eminent importance in the pharma industry, irrespective of where they are. So they come, we share topics that bind us together. And these topics are unique to some of us, as either you are medical sales rep, you are regional managers, you are product manager, you are area sales manager, irrespective of your cadre in that pharma space. So those topics bind us together. And we discuss this at length on a monthly basis. We do this, and it has been something that has nourished each and every one of us, irrespective of where they belong to. So that is basically the strategic intent of the association. So what then is your role as members? So as member of this body, we want you to actively participate. Your time is very important to us. Your time is precious to us. So we need you to participate, not just come in there, but attend the meetings, give us volunteers to take on projects, and also use your time to support the association. advisory roles. We know that there's no man, a tree does not make a forest. So each and every one of us, we are vested with one unique things that we can give to the others. So we need that advice from each and every one of us. Then leadership and committees. You see, in the theory of evolution, it's been said that it is not the tallest, the biggest, or the one that has the most, let me say, landmass that can survive. But it is those that can adapt. So we know that having gone through one phase of the industry, as reps, as managers, you are vested with so many skills. So we want you to come on board, use these leadership skills to move this society forward. So as fellows, we also understand that some of us are fellows of this organization. So what are your roles as fellows? As fellows, we need you to come and mentor the ones that we want to groom to become emerging leaders. We want you to show your level of innovation in terms of research and innovation for us, and also to collaborate and networking. Like I said, we can call on you to help us, talk to someone or to help mentor someone. So all those things are important in this society. Strategic planning and decision making. Usually say that what the elders see sitting down, the young ones will not be able to see it, even if it moves from one top of the mountain to the other. So we need your advisory roles to help us in decision making and planning. Then, as body of fellows, we also know that amongst us we have those elders among us that we call the body of fellows. We need them for advisory and strategic guidance. For their thought leadership skills, we also need them to also mentor and for talent development. And as well to ensure that we maintain the standard and ethics of the profession. So ladies and gentlemen, in a nutshell, for us to join the Society of Pharmaceutical Sales and Marketing, we'll be sending out to you the link for those that are yet to join. It's a society whereby it's an all-inclusive. It's for you and for myself and for everyone. So on behalf of the president and all the members, I want to welcome each and every one of us and to tell us that this is the place to be and this is the place we need to be to move ourselves forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Femi. Right about now, without wasting much of your time, I would like you to make welcome Dr. George E. Top. He is the keynote speaker for this special event. Dr. Top, you're welcome.
Good morning to the high table, Chairman Agidingbi, President Tunde, and Val. Don't mind me for my informality. I'm just recognizing you. Let me start from the beginning. I'd never heard of the institute before. So when I received an invite, it was like, I don't know these people. The connection to this meeting and to the society or institute is through Mr. Tunde Onodele, one of my colleagues and a friend for many years now. He was the one who tried to decode the institute to me in terms of it's new and it's something that you're trying to grow. Is that correct? Okay. What I can say to you bluntly as a customer today is that you have some work to do on professionalism. Most of you came late. Didn't you? The chairman has given us an explanation for why it's late. The fact of the case is that when the president said just now that they will move the program so I can speak now, it's because I requested. I have to leave here in the next 1 hour. I have some other appointment. So by saying he shifted 5 minutes for me to give my talk. I'm actually 2 hours late in giving my talk. My apologies on behalf of this church. But I have something serious to say in my presentation, because this is probably the first time I'm seeing a gathering of sales and marketing people, certainly for the industry. It's new. So you've started something that is radically different from the past, but is absolutely needed. You have to congratulate yourself for that. Very important too, very, very important. I'm telling you, with all of my years of experience, it's the first time I'm seeing marketing and sales professionals coming together to say, maybe we are joining the hip, we have something to share, something to work on. Please keep it up. Second point I want to make before my presentation is what the chairman just said now. Well, I've heard that many times before. The topic talks about turbulence. What I needed to say to him is that my topic relates to turbulence. We're talking about the pressure of sales rep in Maiduguri, company profits and losses and all of that. It's all about coping with turbulence. So I will address the issue of turbulence in my presentation. And when I get there, I'll say turbulence. Now today, it didn't start today. The recklessness of governance in Nigeria is at record level. I don't even know that they know the purpose of government. Everywhere else in the world, the purpose of government is stability in the lives of people and the businesses that they run. If your inflation is running at 2% and my inflation is running at 30%, do the number on Excel now. You see the equivalence of currencies. So you wonder why is Naira depreciating? I'm sorry to say. Leadership in Nigeria doesn't seem to even understand. They don't know the connection between these things. In the white man's land, inflation goes from 2 to 3%. They'll sack the government. New government. Here, inflation is growing from 30 to 40%. You are still complaining. Hello? Spiritually engage with me. When I say hello, you say hi. Thank you. What is the purpose of government? If inflation is going at 30, do the number on Excel. Start from 100. Extrapolate 100 by 30% year on. You see where it will be after 30 years. And then look at the one that's running at 2%. You see the equivalence? That's the connection. They don't make the connection. And it destroys people's lives. It destroys businesses. It makes all of us poorer. So please, let me not get to my talk now. Let me get back to my talk. Okay. So, my talk is about, it's in line with the theme, sales and marketing. I've already applauded the coming together of sales and marketing. It's very important. It's very useful. Let's keep it up. Next slide, please. And I'm supposed to speak about driving profitable growth in turbulence. We've talked about turbulence briefly. Driving growth and profitability in spite of turbulence, in spite of hyperinflation. Oh, can I control it? So if I hold it under my control, thank you. Come and show me the one that I have to press again. I don't know. I'm a technology illiterate. Okay, I'm going back. And where do I point it? I point it up there? Okay. Just anywhere. Thank you. So I was described as old school. Now you know I'm old school. Profitable growth in spite of turbulence. Next, please. Now, next. I told you I'm old school. Sales marketing. Profitable growth. And turbulence. Those are the operative words, yeah? So I'm going to be addressing the issue of profitable growth in sales and marketing, pharmaceutical industry as a context, in spite of turbulence. So I said, this is not a topic you can address in even one day. There are so many aspects. Maybe I should just render a case, let's call it a case study class, where I will describe to you a lived experience, something I went through in my career that would dramatize how to deal with turbulence and to see how profitable growth and support. So I used a pidgin word. I said, now today, did inflation start today? Gentlemen, I know when Nigeria was 1 naira to $1. I was a young man. We go abroad on holidays, 500 naira, $500. We had a whole summer holiday on 500 naira. Hello? My father used to give me an allowance, 30 naira a month as an undergraduate. 30 naira a month, I would take breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Breakfast was 20 kobo in UI. Lunch, 25 kobo each. 70 kobo. I still have some chicken chain to drink Star beer, assault and bellow, and take a smoke. All on a month. When I tell my children these things, they're just like, in this Nigeria, I'm telling you a lived experience. Then we prepared the budget in Pfizer in 1985, I think it was. It was based on $1 to $2, the exchange rate for cost of goods and all of that. In the middle of that budgeting process, they did the first structural adjustment program, Abangida. And at the IFM, the first IFM in Nigeria produced 4.85 naira to the dollar. We slept in the office trying to numbers and for the president's visit. Because we had to present budget. You can't present budget of 1 to 2 versus 1 to 4.5 reality. So this thing did not start today. Let's not make it look as if to say, it has always been like this. It has become even more reckless lately. When somebody will see the exchange rate go from 200 to 800 naira to the dollar, and he doesn't understand what that means in the extent to which people's lives are pauperized. Made paupers. That is your investment, your savings. As you're holding it, it just becomes paper. Useless. In my case study, I'll be addressing 5 or 6 things. I want you to just, please bear this in mind. The case study is titled From Product Business Success to Spectacular Career Progression. I'm making 2 connections there. The case study will reveal what changed my life. I will dramatize it as best as I can. But I hope that you take the essential lesson that sales and marketing has a very important role to play in the business success. Business at product level, at company level. Any company that still doesn't understand that has lost its way, because the marketplace is a key result area for any business and all industries. And nobody is charged with the responsibility of advancing our position in the marketplace than sales and marketing. We're going to draw the link between the ability to do well in sales and marketing and what took me to my career growth going forward. And I've captured these under specific headings. Are you still with me? Because there's a way you are very quiet and I think I'm talking to myself. You are engaged. Hello? Thank you. Now, the first thing I touch on this pathway is, don't worry, what is on the left-hand corner, top, is actually a small montage of what I've already showed you here. So this is the operative. Please, can you go back? Please, can you go back on this slide? I don't know whether you can remember this slide, because I'm not coming back to it. I'm going to be taking portions of it and speaking to it. So the first thing I talk about is sales and marketing efforts, primarily for product business building. Please, I don't know where sales has been. I don't know where marketing is going. People write business plans, marketing plans, sales strategic plans. I check the plan and I cannot see the business building idea in the plan. My own marketing builds the business. If I'm in a company for 5 years, 10 years, and they give me all the wherewithal, and the business does not double, I ask myself, what am I doing here? It's not marketing by position, title, big motto, parking space, or God they come. I don't build my career based on God they come. I mean, what happened to the business? And I say to you, for any business, all business, you can make some good profit. You dispose of assets, you dispose of a factory or some cars here, you make some exceptional profit in a year or two. You cannot sustain it. The only thing that can allow you to sustain superior performance into the long term is winning in the marketplace. I learned this early in my career, Labour Brothers. When they told us, when you arrive in marketing, and the marketing department, separate from sales, had 24 of us. And 18 of us had a master's degree. And our 2 bosses had been in the company for over 20 years. It was solid on experience. Been on exchange program for 2 years. I won't mention their names here. But those are the people that we learned from. They told us, the only people in this company who are entitled to leave their window open and be looking at outside and checking what is going on is the marketing people. Your job is to ensure that the entire company's resources are mobilized and aligned towards opportunities in the marketplace. If you speak and they don't listen, let us know. We'll back you. Wow. What a profound culture and policy. Marketing drives the business. Shall I say marketing and sales drives the business? That's why Labour Brothers, at that time, only engage people with an MBA in the whole of marketing. They don't take first degrees. Well, 1 or 2 people manage their way in, but I said, you must have an, because they felt that people with a master's degree at that level are able to understand the relation between sales and marketing, but sales and marketing and the rest of the company. You have a conceptual framework for how a business works, and you understand how to provide leadership. Maybe the MBA will help you in talking to the plant manager so that he can listen to you. But everybody must pay attention to where sales and marketing say we are going. That's where I grew up. That's my background. The second point here, identifying opportunities and marshalling resources for aggressive outcomes. Well, this is just an extension of what I just said now. If you are to provide leadership, especially when you are not my boss, you don't have the authority profile to dictate to me. In fact, you're in a different department. You have no business in my own department. I am production. I'm finance. I am social, and you are marketing. Who are you? Get out. The only area, the only reason why they should pay attention, and will pay attention to you, if you have superior knowledge, it's called sapient know-how. You have superior knowledge of the business. And how you and me and you collaborating can mobilize resources of the company to address opportunities that we see in the marketplace, which I described as a key result area for all businesses. So if you're looking at resources for aggressive outcomes, you're in the right place today. Because when I look at the company's business plan, and I'm looking for the integration of sales and marketing, and not just product. Anybody can produce. Now, if your industry is in the production era, so be it. If it's in the sales era, so. But if it's in the marketing era, I'm shaking the plan to see how is sales and marketing collaborating to deliver the marketplace. Very important. So, I happen to have also, after my MBA, worked in a company called Labour Brothers that has an appreciation for marketing-led efforts, company-wide efforts. Mr. Mark Agbakoba, I don't know if anybody here knows him. Have you ever encountered him? Oh my God. He was my boss. He was my grandfather's boss. Yes. And they are the people that practicalize marketing discipline. First of all, within the marketing department, you just can't talk anyhow. There's thinking behind. Before you open your mouth, when you mistakenly say one thing, rather, everybody will look at you and wonder, where did this one drop from? Marketing was seeping in the organization. And why am I emphasizing this? That's the basis of your leadership position in the company. If you are talking rubbish, and I'm in sales, I'm in production, and I listen to you, it's like, this man don't even understand where we said we were going. Why should I follow you? I will follow you. Worse still, if in the company there's a dichotomy between sales and marketing, that is, it's a separate department. You can't even cross. I've been in a company where the sales director is at loggerheads with the marketing director. And they are battling it out. But the real battle is in the marketplace. It starts inside the company. Both of us should be working together for the sake of taking a position in the marketplace. Please forgive me, this part of my talk is sounding theoretical, but I will practicalize it by talking about Panadol and what we did. The use of market research to uncover the high incidence of generic substitution. Mr. Agbakoba is somebody who had a very good use of them. These are people that read classics before they read English and then read whatever it is that they read. His use of language, let me tell you a joke. Somebody said he was in the toilet when Mr. Agbakoba came to use the toilet. He had finished, and you know how you come out and you're in the mirror. He was looking at himself in the mirror, and he's bald-headed. So the man was in the toilet, overhearing him saying, what a head. Anyway, grass does not grow on a busy lane. Did you see the connection? This head has been busy. That's why the head is bald. Now, honestly, he had a busy head. He is the one who also told us, market research, you call yourself a brand manager. You use market research the way a drunken man uses the lamp that has light. He's going home. The whole place was dark. Now he gets to the lamppost, and there's light. Rather than continuing on his way home, he decides to rest on the lamppost because he doesn't know where he's going. So you use market research as a lamppost to rest because you don't know where you are. If you have market research that has purpose, that is looking for something, when he says it, he will recognize it. When he sees it, he will recognize it. When he sees it, he will recognize it. Then you are using market research the right way. I kept looking at our tracking studies. You know what I call tracking studies? Studies that you conduct every 2-3 months to help you see how you are. And there are some basic questions that you ask every time. You might add questions or drop some, but there are some core questions that help you understanding how your brand is doing. Awareness, spontaneous awareness, total awareness, brand use, brand loss use. All of those basic measures are a way of just tracking how well you're doing. Something struck my eye. For Panadol. Am I taking too long? Well, how much time do I have, sir? So there were 2 indices that struck my eyes. I was looking at regular, that is those who say Panadol is my regular brand. I was getting something like 40%, 50%. In some areas, as high as 60%. Panadol is my regular brand. But when you cross-check that with results on the same tracking study, for what we call brand in-home. Brand in-home is pantry check, if you know what this is. The researchers will say, if Panadol is your regular brand, can I see a sample of the one that you used last? It might be in the kitchen or something. Can I just... The index will drop from 40 to 15, from 60 to 20. And I didn't quite understand what was going on. It was like, why is it like this? If 60% say this is their regular brand, but when you check physically, it's not in their home. So I had the concept of generic substitution in my head because I knew that what was happening is that in the pharmacy, when the consumer comes and I want Panadol, he mentioned it by name. He didn't tell you he has a problem with pricing or quality. It's Panadol I want. The pharmacist, like many of you, will go into the store and bring a generic. Rimadol, Pacidol, Ricadol, all sorts of drugs. That's if it doesn't give you ordinary tablets. And the man might resist and say, no, I want, because he knows Panadol. Can I say no? He would now be educating him. Panadol and paracetamol, they are the same thing. 700 milligrams paracetamol. Is it not headache that you have? So I was losing business. When I realized this, I was even more annoyed. See? You pharmacists will not be annoyed because it's a professional thing. For me, it was a marketing thing. If my equity is 40%, why are you having it? I'm keeping it because they make more money from substitution. They will pass off the generic as my Panadol. So my Panadol has established the price. They are benefiting from it. As my life's duty to take back my money. I'm not leaving any money on the table. It's my money. Okay, am I making sense? So the central purpose, the central lesson from that marketing research was there is evidence of generic substitution. The next thing is, what can I do? I can't be here for 4 years. And the managing director recruited me because he thought I was a bright person. He thought so. The time has now come for me to show my brightness. And I fall flat on my face. But more importantly, if I could reduce generic substitution by 50% or by 60%, I can grow this business by how much? 100%. Am I making sense? It's like this seems to be a low-hanging fruit. Or the MD had told me, George, this Panadol was introduced in Nigeria in 1964. We have never advertised it. We just leave it. It came from the hospital sector as a better analgesic, better than aspirin. And it has come this far. Please, if you cannot improve it, don't damage it. Just leave it. So that was a sort of Damocles on my head in terms of if you cannot improve it, don't kill it, don't touch it. But the more I looked at the tracking study, the more I was convinced this is the way to go. So, at one of the meetings that I attended in Kenya, in Sterling Health those days, the managing director of the company and head of marketing from all the operating units in the region being Middle East, Eastern Europe, Africa, and Indian subcontinent, we'll meet centrally. We used to meet in Guildford or in anywhere. This time we met in Nairobi. And the managing director of East Africa Industries, as Sterling Health was known in Kenya at that time, made a presentation to us about some dramatic improvement in his Panadol sales. His name is John Gammon. John is so funny. He's so funny. He doesn't need to say anything. I just look at him and I start laughing because I think of all the jokes. He was presenting a graph of sales of Panadol in Kenya. And the sales, the graph kept going on. And he jokingly said, he doesn't have any idea when he's going to stop, but he's liking it. So we all laughed. But I did not laugh. Because I felt there's something going on here. Don't forget, I am marketing director. I'm junior to him. He's the managing director of the company in Kenya, and he oversees East Africa. So I said, John, where do you think this incremental sales is coming from? Oh, he said, no, that the plant director of their company left the company and joined Boots about 3 years earlier. And in Boots, because he took away the formula for production, he was copying Sterling Health products in Boots. And they launched the Rimadol. Rimadol is a company that has just been launched. And Rimadol, that's where it's getting the incremental sales from. So I I looked at it, Rimadoll has just been launched. So it has no volume, has no market share. This incremental that you're showing for a product that was about 25 years old at that time, is coming from, it's not Rimadoll. He looked at, he's not a marketing person, so he kind of felt, George, when you find out the answer, let me know. Ladies and gentlemen, sales and marketing, not just pharma industry, any industry is having an eye for opportunity. I looked at him and I said, there's something. It means that you're having the same problem that we are having in Nigeria. I didn't tell him that. I just said, give me a copy of the radio advert that he played. He gave me the one from the cassette player. I said, he said, I can make another one. I said, thank you very much. Because the advert was, if it's not Panadol, it's not the same thing as Panadol. I know many of you will smile because you remember the advert. I call it, it's not really an advert. It doesn't have any benefit statement. I mean, classically, from all the marketing that we learned, it's either Panadol is better, it's faster, it's cheaper, whatever. There must be a benefit statement. There is no benefit. If it's not Panadol, it is not the same thing as Panadol. I said, this is my savior. I'm taking it with me. Before I left Kenya, I called the agency. I won't mention their name. Say, agency, I want to have a Panadol. I want to have a meeting with you people because we've been wrestling with this problem for Panadol advertising for some time. Every time I brief them, I say, my problem is generic substitution. They will come with some beautiful camp. In fact, the last one that they came with was air balloon. You know this thing that goes in the sky? Balloon that will have Panadol on it. Hot air balloon. Thank you, sir. You're better educated than I am. Hot air balloon with Panadol on it. I say, my problem is not awareness. You know from my brief, spontaneous, 98%. Prompted, 100%. I have no problem. People call another anesthetic by the name Panadol. The name is, so why are you put branding? My problem is not branding. My problem is generic substitution. They have no clue. So I called for a meeting. As soon as I arrived, they were at the meeting. What's the name of that hotel? At First Act entrance on the right by the canal. Okay, it used to be Doba is the name I know, sir. So they met me there in the evening. And they had a presentation. They had readied themselves for the meeting because the minister thought he was going to talk about this campaign. They dressed up the advertising even and presented it. And I listened stupidly. And I said, gentlemen, put this tape in that cassette player. When they played the advert, it didn't make sense. They didn't understand. If it's not Panadol, it's not advertising. How can a creative agency, a reputable creative agency, be seen launching a campaign called "It's not Panadol, it's not the same thing"? It's not advertising. It's not even advertising. They have forgotten that for me, advertising is business building. If advertising does not build the business, pack it. If it builds the business, whatever you call it, bring it. It's this single-minded focus on business building. So I said, give me a timeline. This advert needs to be up as soon as possible, at earliest possible time. Give it to me. They said 2 weeks, sir, because they have to go through production. I said, don't test anything. There's no need to test. I already have found my answer. Okay, we need the FDA approval. Regulatory. We got FDA. We got everything crashed out. It was a 10,000 naira radio commercial that changed my life, ladies and gentlemen. 10,000 naira, sir. Radio. Production, you must have. Production. You know, they love TV adverts, all that hot air balloons. They love it. Because that means we will travel abroad. And if I was marketing manager looking for traveling abroad, I said, oh yes, what's the budget? Let's go. We'll go and do hot air balloon. That will have no impact on the business. But I felt that if it's not Panadol, I look, you are paying for Panadol. If it's not Panadol, refuse it. It's not the same thing as Panadol. Ladies and gentlemen, the advert was produced. FDA gave us approval because that's another obstacle. You pharmacists, you sit down in positions like that to block. When pharmacists like yourself heard the advert and they started feeding it in their pocket, they went to FDA. That's the first place they went. How did you approve it? It's not. But you know that Panadol is the same thing as paracetamol. Why did you approve it? They looked at the language. They looked at the word to remove or to amend. They couldn't find it. It's just linguistical. If it's not Panadol, it's not the same thing. Listen, you are taking this thing as a joke. I'm struggling to get through the number of people and interests that were fighting me. Radio is cheap. 35 spots a day. 40 spots a day. You know, it just defeats all marketing thinking. I mean, you talk about reach, you know, frequency and reach. Once you get to your 3+, you are done. Just build your frequency. I say no. Put it 35 so that there will be no mistake about what I'm trying to say. Ladies and gentlemen, my sales started rising. I wasn't tracking Kenya again. I'm tracking myself now. Because I knew the connection. If I could recover, is the word, a certain percentage of my generic substitution, and Panadol sales went up, the impact on the total company, it was our number one brand by value. So if I'm going number one brand by value, all the losses on Cafenol fails into it. So I could see the connection to the company. I didn't even see the connection to my career. Benefited my career. When you are dealing with a multinational environment, they are scanning the environment for best talents. And if they hear that something is happening in Nigeria, what's going on there? Sales is very good. Panadol is leading it. What are they doing to Panadol? Who is the gentleman behind this? When I got appointed as vice president for marketing for Middle East, Eastern Europe, and Africa, and India, some people did not know how. I'm giving you the secret today. Live. But I knew it was just the beginning because when I tried, I said, who are the top players of Panadol in the world? Australia was ahead of us. They had a 65% share of analgesic, but they are plateaued. From 65, where do you go now? You want to kill others? You can't kill them. They must have some shares. I was coming from 25% in Nigeria by volume. Not by value, by volume. And I knew that if I could double, I'll go to 50. If you are not number one, you can be number two. But the trajectory was so visible that I knew that it would have an impact, not just on the business. So you see the connection I made? Career progression. Do this thing for your life, for your career. I used to tell people, if I'm the best marketer in Nigeria and you won't value me by salary, by position, by company car, somebody else will. Because the knowledge of marketing is transferable now. It's a way of thinking. It's an art and the ability to marshal your way. So this thing I'm talking about is life-changing. It's not just some technical knowledge. The Panadol sales in Nigeria became the story of steady health worldwide. What are they doing in that place? When you just say generic substitute, they don't understand what you are saying. I'm just telling you how it came about. I had researched it and I could draw a map of generic substitution in Nigeria. Show you the areas where it is. 20 to 25%, 25 to 30%, 30%. I could draw a map for it so that I can tell you, even if I was short of money, I know where to go first for substitution. The next thing, business building idea can come from anywhere. I've just told you the secret. I could have told you that Panadol is not Panadol, had an impact. I was the one that made it happen. It's a lie. I listened to a presentation and I'm always scanning for opportunity. I said, these people, You say you are getting from competition. Competition is new. You cannot be. There must be something else. And by pursuing opportunities, unless I don't see it, if I see it, I won't sleep. I won't sleep. You will leave an idea with me that I see as an opportunity. I'll come back to you 2 days and you won't believe it. I've not only converted to your idea, I've extended on your idea. I'm talking to you as an evangelist. I'm no longer at your level. Because when I see the opportunity, I cannot sleep. And my wife will say, that is sleep. 2 a.m., something will come to my head. I'll just put on the side. I don't want to do that. I'll just put on small light so I can make it. So I don't forget. That's the secret of being a high performer. The high performer is somebody, unless he doesn't see the opportunity, if he sees it, he will collaborate to make it happen. So for me, the case study that I've just given to you, that is the top line. Let me now tell you the elements. The marketing element you have seen already, the advertising, the appropriation, telling my MD what I wanted to do. Now, once you tell the MD, anything you want, you get. Anything you want to get. But I said, no, I'm not going to do this as marketing alone. I want to integrate it with sales. So we had our first national sales conference in the history of the company. The company had been there for all these years. They never had a national sales conference. I summoned one. Now, maybe it was easier for me as the head of both sales and marketing. So those of you who are not, you struggle in persuading sales to appropriate accordingly. But I summoned the first national. At the dinner, and there are some people who were at that dinner here, they will remember. Victor Bonny, my national sales manager, I called him and said, I can see people are in groups and they are talking animated. And I said, I want them to feel free. This is the airport hotel, Port Harcourt, outside of the town, by the airport. Lovely place. Huh? Oh, I don't know. Well, I wasn't asking for the area. But lovely hotel, nice area. They were talking in groups. I was wondering, why are they in groups? I wanted them to be convivial. We have drinks, we have food, we have all of that. He went to go and inquire. And he came back to me and said, Mr. Thorpe, you don't recognize today as a great emotional moment. There are people who have been in the company for 20 years, 25. They've never met. They only hear of each other by name. They are meeting for the first time. That the signaling was so potent. It was like, this is a new company. I've been in it for 25 years, but this is a new company. So sometimes when you have a great business building idea, it's so big, it's bigger than marketing. It includes sales. Bring it to sales. And when you're going to say, make sure you have something to signal it so that they will know. It was practical also. Everybody left there with a target. Target for Panadol, target for... We took PC. You know those days when computer was not something for ordinary people. We took computer to Port Harcourt. We set it up so that as we are giving you your target, we are negotiating the target with you. And we are updating the Excel sheet. So everybody left Port Harcourt clear in their head about what was expected. But I also got a list of what they want. Change my sales bar. Thank you, sir. Change this, change that, change that. I had a list of 23 items. Fortunately, my managing director that's another signal. The managing director was at the sales conference because he thought this is a new era. It's a new era. I had better see what is going to happen. So anytime they make a demand that I thought was beyond me, I say, MD, show you. Are you in alignment? Carry on. Carry on. I had a list of the outstation allowance was always a problem. They either don't pay it or it takes a long time. So don't worry. Outstation allowance, 48 hours. If you don't get it, escalate to me. I'm around. So it was give and take. If you scratch my back, I'll scratch your back. Everybody left Port Harcourt clear. Or so I thought. Until media review in July. My story is getting too long, eh? I beg, I have another 5 to 10 minutes to go. It's important. This is the clincher. The clincher for me was that in July, we needed to do a review. How far? We had our conference in December, so just before so everybody knew what the game plan was. And you can imagine, it's a bit intimidating. When you go for a review, you're reviewing the territorial manager is being reviewed by National Sales Manager and myself. The territorial manager will join us to go and review the area sales managers under his command. And then the area sales manager will accompany us to go and review the sales rep and the medical reps under their command. So for a sales rep, it's a bit intimidating seeing the MD for the first time. He said about the marketing director, which is me. But so all these are guys. And as usual, we start by saying, how far? We have our own record of how well, because they were sending in reports every month. In fact, every week. What am I saying? Every week. So we had an updated. And we got to Aba. And my popular sales rep, his name was Emeka. Convivial, jovial. He's been in the company for many years. He could report better like me. He likes his cold beer. He was very lively with his colleagues. Very friendly. So, how far, Emeka? He looked at his, first of all, the fact that he's going to look at his template to tell me how well he's doing was already a dampener in time. This guy is not tracking himself. 53% overall. Panadol, 40% of target. So I said, Emeka, why are you doing so poorly? You know his answer? I'm doing fairly well, sir. Fairly well. 43% fairly well. I said, what do you think is expected of you? He said 50%. 50%. I looked at him again, and he was still there. Then I looked at the boss, the area sales manager. By now, he felt like he should have entered the ground. I, Judge Top, invited you to a national sales conference. In far away Port Harcourt at great expense, you ate, you drank, you had a good time. I negotiated a contract with you with a target. And you came out of that conference thinking that pass mark was 50%. It's like I wasn't sure. So I asked him to first of all step out because I didn't want to. Let me fast forward. Emeka did not end the company, did not end with us that year. This will come at a cost. Escalating sales and marketing efforts and having a vision and driving it, it has a cost component. It's not free of charge. So people will suffer. At that sales conference, I gave a talk. I called it Selling is War. And I told them, those of you who are stragglers, announce yourself ready so we can give you a nice exit package. Because when we escalate, if you cannot fall in line, you have to fall out. So for me, it wasn't considered. It was like, that's the consequence. Emeka did not end the year with the company. But let me contrast with a good case now. John Adelakun was sales rep in Gombe. I'd been monitoring him so well. I kept wondering, in far away Gombe, you sent target, first. So at the National Sales Conference for the next year, it just occurred to me, let's ask John Adelakun, come and tell us, what did you do? The gentleman came forward. You know, when you're a high performer, it shows. It's like in the army. It's called SITREP, Situation Report. If you're in battleground, the kind of SITREP that you write, somebody will know that this guy is receiving fire and returning fire. As opposed to, we got to the airport and there was weather change and they postponed the flight. Is that part of the purpose of this trip? John Adelakun meeting Northeast. His territorial manager was there. I said, John, so the first said, how come you are doing so well? And he gave us ideas about the kinds of things he's doing. So at the National Sales Conference, I said, no, It's not for me alone to hear. Come and tell. The MD was there, directors were there, all manner of people were there. And John Adelakun spoke extemporaneously. He had not been given an advance. When you're a high performer, it's not something that you read, something that you do. And when you say talk, man will start talking. He gave us a talk that lasted about 15 minutes. It's not too long. Sales is straight to the point. There's no long grammar. And I was making note of at least 10 things that John was doing that I felt others might not be doing. Oh, John Adelakun impressed me. That's why I remember the name. Emeka's surname now escapes me. Because it's now a statistic. No, who was there? It was ACL. This is a sales. It was hot-bellied guy. It was a sales rep. So when you're a high performer, people will remember you. When you're number one, people will remember your brand. So, where am I going now with this? I'm giving you examples of how performance on the business, starting from product to total company, can benefit your career. If the company does not recognize it, somebody else will. Please don't bear that. Please bear that in mind. Don't forget. So the grand strategy was to use marketing to get the consumer to insist on getting what he's paying for. If it's not, I say it's Panadol I want, is it by force? I'm ready to pay for it now. Make sure that retail availability by way of distribution using the sales force was also dropped. And sorry for another day. How we reorganize the sales force to focus on redistribution. Don't tell me that you're assisting anybody. Territorial manager says, area sales manager says assisting. Territorial manager say, how do I create your objective and clear goals by which I can measure your performance, not how well you are supporting or assisting anybody else. So, fast forward, we had a tremendous synergistic effect for sales and marketing that resulted in the company coming from being number 3 in the industry to being number 1. And Panadol in particular became the number 2 unit volume in the world, second to Australia. That's how I traveled. But I have nothing else to say. This was one of many things that we did, but this is a classical example of how sales and marketing can work together. By driving Emeka and John, they were giving me the retail availability that I needed at the time when consumers were asking for the product and insisting on getting it by name. Okay, I think I should be winding it down. So, what am I saying? I'm saying this was in turbulent times. I started by saying, now today. I told you about how I wrote a budget. We had to redo the whole thing. Government doesn't realize that inflation is pauperizing, making them paupers. And I look at these Western countries, how much they spend on making sure that they keep inflation. One of the biggest problems that Harris is having now is that they don't trust, with the high cost of living, they don't trust that she can manage it downwards. They trust Trump. Inflation is so important. I don't know how else to say it to these people. Just focus on it. Lastly, I just told you about the impact that they had on people's lives, on the company, on the products. If you're able to see your way through inflation, let's leave this to government and economic policy, Mr. Chairman. I don't know how else to get them to focus. That number one job of government, managing inflation, creating stability. That's good for your currency. It's good for people's lives. My father called me one day and he said, George, in this my Jezebel, that's the name he gave to his old car. Is there nothing that is like 5 naira? So I looked at him. 5 naira. There's nothing that goes for 5 naira, even the pants that you wear. Much less. Yeah. So, but sadly, that's the economic environment in which you operate. I'm hoping that we can do better for our various countries. Thank you for your time.
just want to give space for one or two questions before they take this leave. Any questions, please? Yes.
Yeah. My name is Falorenshaw Alaron, pharmacist. Thank you very much, sir, for that presentation, particularly sharing your personal experiences from back then. Apparently, that's where we are trying to play our own little role right now. So you remain a very big idol for me. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, I was just thinking, you said back then you were able to bring the company back to number 3, or that was the position you achieved with the company back then. Maybe number 1 position, number 2 position.
Okay, for the brand.
Yeah, for the brand that time. So right now, in Nigeria, there's a dearth of data. We don't really have any parameter really to measure because people don't interchange, they don't exchange data or performances across. So back then, many years back, how were you able to know which position you were and what platform, what kind of platform do you use or to decipher that number 1, number 2, number 3 position is in? Which information were you able to gather to
at the company level? At the company level.
Or is it brands? Brands and company and all those similar things. Like you said, market research, trying to know where you are and trying to know exactly what to do to be the next place you want to be.
Market research, in the case of the company sales, is easy now. It's the company's report, the annual report, and sales. We have an idea of how well these companies are doing. We know what our sales is. You can have an idea of. Sometimes from the published report, the annual general meeting, they will publish it. But generally speaking, we have a good indication of the range in which the company's sales is going. When it comes to products, there were 2 elements to it. There was the pharmaceutical prescription drugs. That was a bit more difficult. We relied on companies volunteering. I've forgotten the name of that body now. Somebody used to go around collecting sales of ethical products, prescription drugs, and consolidating it and presenting it back to us. I've forgotten the name of that company. But the one that I'm most familiar with is the ordinary tracking study. You go into one of the tracking studies that these research companies do. They have tracking studies. It's running all the time. Yeah, are you aware of that? No, you're not aware. Hello? I've lost you people now. Research organizations, at least RMS that I know of, they do what they call tracking studies for various products in different categories. If you're interested, you just pay a fee and you join. But they answer standard questions: awareness, use, and 1 or 2 other questions. But they're able to give you a trend analysis over time. So that's what we used. So for me, when you say regular brand was 50%, it means that roughly my market share is 50%. That's what I should expect in my sales. But when I look at brand in home and it's 20%, I feel somebody has taken my 30%. That person should be forced to bring it out. Yep.
Sir, I love it that we have the opportunity to listen to you speak again. It's been a long time that we enjoyed that. 2 things that you said that I want to make a comment on. The second one will be like a question. The first thing is that you said that research must be directed towards a purpose. And that is why it's going to have meaning to what you want to use it for. I could remember, I think, 94 or thereabout. I was in Roche that time. And we just find out that our flagship brand, Fancida, was not selling. The wholesalers were not buying. And any month that we don't sell Fancida, there will be crisis, because that's the flagship brand. So we did a snap study to find out why. What did we discover? It was at a time that we were having so much of faking, a lot of fake in India. So the wholesalers were not picking the brand again. But we find out that at the retail level, People still want Fansidar. It's just that they cannot get it from their wholesaler anymore. And after we finished this study, what did we do? Sell to the retailer who are ready to buy direct. And that was it. We were able to solve the problem. So research really be directed to their purpose. Now my question is this. I knew that time when the hair was filled with, if it is not Panadol, it is not the same thing as Panadol. And I know that the pharmacists raised a point against that, that you are impinging on their right to substitute. How did you solve that problem?
First of all, the auditing of your chain to find out where is the block was a good one. Because you deserve the end user equity. That's the way I describe it. If I have taken so much trouble to develop the product, to design it, to distribute it, to advertise it, and somebody else sits down somewhere, he thinks his job is to make money from my business, illegitimately, I will not agree. I will fight back. So I think we did the right thing by doing that. How did we solve the problem of, what was the second question? The resistance of pharmacy. Well, you know, I'm not a pharmacist. And I know the resistance that I had to deal with inside the company about this issue of whether you're a pharmacist or not, even within the company. But, you know, as I said, I take every challenge as a challenge. My first sales of action meeting with the ethical team, when I headed up the two, and I was talking about pharmacodynamics and all of those things, they were surprised. It's like, this one doesn't have a pharmaceutical. You don't have to have a pharmaceutical background. Just read yourself up and get ready. So I've been battling with that, but it was finally accepted in the company. It's like, even our plant director was not a pharmacist. Those of you who know him, I'm saying no, he wasn't a pharmacist. So we had conquered that in the company. This professional ego that this is our industry, is our business, nobody from the outside should be allowed. We dealt with that. We are here for a purpose. It has nothing to do with whether you're a professional. If you are QC and it's a requirement for the job, that's another matter. But for the industry as a whole, it was noise. I saw it as noise. Because I looked at the copy, the advert copy. I couldn't see the word that you can substitute. I wish I had the advert. I would have just showed you the wording and asked you, as the NAFDAC DG, which one do you want to remove? Which one do you want to change? Linguistically, it is stupid to be saying it's not parallel, it's not the same thing. It doesn't say anything. But you cannot remove anything. So they struggled. Oh, they lobbied. They fought. Different bodies who have an interest in this matter. But FDA could not communicate to us a change in writing. Because I kept insisting, don't just put it down in writing. So that if I have to go to my lawyer to seek interpretation, I will do so. They will not write. Okay.
Thank you very much, sir, for such an awe-inspiring presentation. Another round of applause for Dr. Top. Sir, we want to just beg you to give us a few minutes. We want to give you a little gift, a little token, and then take some pictures with you before you leave.
I'll take the token.
Thank you, sir. So, please, Mr. President, we need you here, sir. Then we need the ESCOs and the members of the high table to join our gap to take our picture.
Sir. This award of recognition is presented to Dr. George Top in recognition of his outstanding contribution to the development of the Society for Pharmaceutical Science and Marketing of Nigeria, dated this day, 26 September 2024.
We go blow like trumpet. Go back, go back, go back, go back, go back. We are carrier. Go back, go back, go back, oh yeah, carry ya. Go back, go back, go back, go back, oh yeah, carry ya. Go back, go back, oh yeah, everybody carry ya something. He say, darling, I'm watching you. To suffer. If I follow politicians, you go hear am for paper. They go call am prostitution. Who no like enjoyment? If money dey for pocket, shebi na national budget. We go blow 'em like Trump. I go blow 'em like Trump. I go blow 'em. I go blow 'em. I go blow 'em like Trump. Go back, go back, go back, go back, oh yeah, carry ya. Go back, go back, go back, oh yeah, carry ya. Go back, go back, go back, go back, oh yeah, carry ya. Go back, go back, oh yeah, everybody carry ya something. He say, darling, I'm watching you. Small thing you come, they shout to look. The money you know work for. Back commando, you carry overload. Yawade, Iboro, show wale, go wale. Go back, go back, go back, go back, oh yeah, carry ya. Go back, go back.
Can we be seated, please? One house, please. I believe we have learned a lot from that keynote message. Before we continue, I would like to recognize the presence of pharmacist Lolu Ojo. Is the managing director, Merit Healthcare Limited. You're welcome, sir. Also, I want to recognize the presence of Mr. Tunde Onodele. He is the management consultant of business and a business coach, Empower Business System in Lagos. You are welcome, sir. Also, I want to recognize the presence of Mr. Manish Vaswani, Managing Director, SK Medicine. You're welcome, sir. As I see in face, and just remind me of in those days, that year, in the 90s, when we know the Miss Indian film. How many of you now remember? Number 10, Amitabh Bachchan. Nagin Dorina, Tarin Tarin Tarin, Nagin Dorina. Oh, now you are cautious, so. I used to think I was going to marry an Indian man because I was so much in love with Amitabh Bachchan. I can still do it. Oh my God. That was when we used to watch film. When you are watching Indian film, you'll be crying, especially when the actor died. Oh, for 3 days you will not eat because he died in the movie. But all these Gen Z these days, they know they cry for film again. Their eye don't to tear. All right, ladies and gentlemen, without wasting much of your time, I would like to invite the PBR, the growth manager, Oluwatobilola Adeyinka. He's also going to give us the presentation. Make welcome, Oluwatobilola Adeyinka. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. Oluwatobilola Adeyinka is my name. I'm standing on an existing protocol. I want to say thank you for the opportunity to speak to this house. The rich experience here and knowledge is overwhelming. And to see, strong professionals here is something that, I hope to, achieve and be here one day. Thank you very much for giving us time. We're going to give a quick presentation. So my presentation is in 3 phases mainly. I'm going to talk about PBR, what PBR does, and how we can help companies make the business decisions. Secondly, I'm going to talk about our products and services that we offer to you. And finally, we want to get commitment from the house on how PBR can help you. Yes. So PBR, we are a consulting research organization, and our main aim is to help you make business decisions. Dr. Top had a very engaging, presentation, and as he was speaking, I was like, we are here to, help you make those key decisions. In this time of turbulence, you want to know where to allocate your resources well. You want to be able to track your performance. You want to be able to see your business growth. And that's where PBR comes in. Now, PBR will leverage people, data, and technology. These are our key 3 pillars. For people, we have a rich experience of staffs. From our CEO, Ikeja, who has worked in the likes of IQVIA, GSK, and we also have a rich head of, of sales and, of course, product. Those have worked in multinationals and various pharmaceutical companies. I'm sure many of you are aware of some of them. We also have, data available for you. One of the questions asked was about data. We have data for you now. We have data to help you make those decisions. And of course, we use technology to ensure that this is brought to you at a very convenient and easy to use form. So, what decisions do you want to help you make? We want to help you make decisions like the right products, the right KPIs to set for your team members. We want to help you to know what products should you be bringing into the country within next year. Those are some of the decisions we want to help you make. And what data points do we have to help you in those kind of decisions? So some of our data points that we have, we gathered, import data that was brought into the country. We also have, real world retail data. So what is happening at the consumption end? So now you want to know how your brand is performing in the retail pharmacy market. We have that data to help you. We also have hospital inside data from surveys that will help you, understand the doctor's thinking in various institutions. That's something we also have for you. And we're not resting there. We're gathering wholesale data as well as a hospital HMO claims data. And all that data is generally aggregated and, kept using Amazon Web Services, where we aggregate all our data. When that is done, we offer it in 3 distinct services. And the services are, data as a service. We also report as a service. And we also have consulting services as well. Those are the 3 key ways we give you that data to help you achieve your goals. Some of our products are a Versus platform. That is a real-world retail sales platform to help you make business decisions. We also have our Sonos platform that I mentioned earlier to help you in terms of getting insights from your doctors and the healthcare practitioners. And also, we also have a new product I'll be launching very soon, which is the Invisio platform, which will help you understand diagnosis and treatment in the hospital space. And we are not resting on there. We also offer a wide variety of services, market research, as we mentioned earlier, and we can also help you in the drafting launch plan, and of course, several consulting services. We are available. But one of the 2 key platforms I want to focus on before I leave here today is Versus and Sonos platform. So the Versus platform is a platform to help you understand what is happening in the retail space. Many of you here have rich experience. I can't wait to learn more from you. And from your experience in the pharma space, we know that, data sometimes can be a challenge. One of the questions asked here, how do you know your performance? How can you track what's happening? That's where Versus comes in the retail space. So Versus has real-world retail data. We collect data from pharmacies across the country, currently around 25 states, and then we aggregate on our platform using Amazon Web Services. And with that, you can have a visual representation of what's happening in the retail space. What does it give you? It enables you to track what's happening in terms of market share, both in volume and market share in value as well. So you can see if you are doing well in terms of unit sales. You can see maybe your pricing is making you a top performer in the segment. And we know we have a lot of CEOs, MDs here who are interested in their company performance. This can also help you benchmark your performance versus your competitors. Some of your competitors may not be, public companies and you'll be able to see their, annual reports and know their performance. You can at least benchmark yourself versus your retail performance here. You can also, check what are the, therapy areas that are doing well in the retail space. If you want to launch new products, what has been the historical performance of certain therapy areas? What therapy areas have, the largest market share in the retail market? That is something you can also learn on our platform. Finally, you can compare your brands to your competitor brands. You can check your brand performance. I said know its share. And one of the most important things is you can know how well your distribution is working in retail. So on our platform, you can check for all of the pharmacies we have on our platform, how many of them are actually selling your product. A good way for you to estimate your distribution in the retail space. If the percentage is low, it means that there's still a lot of opportunity for you to reach out and ensure your products are in more retail pharmacies. I think that is key. That is a key metric that can help in your business decision and your allocation of resources. And I said you can break all those down by states, and you can get a lot of information from the Versus retail platform. And we're not stopping there. Versus is something that we also have access, to retail pricing data for you and your competitors. So you can do pricing analysis, and we can give you that as well to give margin differences for you and your competitors. So that's some of the key aspects. So that is Versus for you. Once again, Versus is a real-world retail data platform. Enables you to be able to see market share for you and your competitor brands. Enables you to carry out competitive analysis. Enables you to see your pharmacy retail distribution, penetration, and of course how well you are doing in that space, and several other insights that you can get using Versus. Once again, we also have another platform that I mentioned earlier. That is the Sonos platform. This is for your product managers and for you that are looking how you want to position your brands in the hospital space. You have certain products you want to launch maybe in specific therapy areas that we have currently, oncology, diabetes, and others. We do the survey twice a year. So as you mentioned, you can approach us. You want to come on the platform. You want to carry out those surveys. We can also help companies do that. And we'll look at the therapy areas you are interested in. And that can be something that can be included on the platform as well. But for this, we have this available on the platform currently. So if you're in these spaces, you can have access to insights from doctors on what they are thinking when they are in their practices. So how many patients they are seeing, how many new patients in particular disease area they are seeing. You want to know what's their how well your marketing team are done in terms of their brand awareness for those doctors. What are the top 3 brands? Do they list your brand when they are listing their top 3 brands? Those are some of the questions we ask doctors, and you want to be able to know what is our brand preference when it comes to certain disease areas. What are their challenges? Are your drugs, providing solutions to those challenges the doctors have in terms of their treatment? What are unmet treatment needs? Are your drugs providing those things? You can be able to key in your solution to those survey questions and get the response you need. So just to wrap up once again, we at PBR, we are here to ensure that we give you rich access to data that can help you make business decisions. What makes us stand apart from our competitors is the fact that we leverage real-world data. I'll say it again, real-world data is that you collect it directly from the pharmacy's point of sales. You can see what's happening from what they sell out, and you can get a good understanding of what's happening in the retail space. We also provide hospital insights for those of you that are interested in understanding how to position your products to the hospital space. And I'll not just say this, I will give you some examples of how we've been able to do this. So one of our clients, popularly most people know as Fitson, we provided them with market share analysis of their key brands. We provided them with market share in terms of volume and value, their penetration of their key brands, and to enable them draft strategies that will bring about impact in the market. And we can say that for those things we shared with them, they were able to grow their business by about 30% in terms of revenue. And I know that is key for a lot of people. You want to grow your business. And those kinds of growth can only be done when you know where you are allocating your resources appropriately, and you are ensuring that you are hitting the pain points that are affecting your business. Data can help you identify that, and we've helped some of our clients do that in the past. We've also helped clients reduce the time to bring about launching of new products. For Swiffer, we were wanting to launch some brands of vitamins. We're able to use their Versus data to tell them the share of in the retail space that vitamins occupy. Tell them the top performing vitamins, and of course, give them insight to the pricing of multivitamins. Going down to the to the specific niche of the various multivitamins to show them their performance, and with that help them draft a launch plan that was able to reduce the time that they would have used to draft that plan by 6 months. So that means if you have any product you want to launch next year and you're looking at you're short on time, data is there to help you do that rapidly. And of course, many others. PBR has a rich experience in ensuring that data is here to help you make business-driven decisions. We want you to make decisions that will bring about success, and in this turbulent time, ensure your limited resources are being utilized effectively. With that, we have a lot of ability to have conversations on where we can come in and help your businesses. Some of our partners are here, and some of our partners we are hoping they will come on board very soon. So we are available for any questions either here, and we're also around to take any feedbacks or make any inquiries you have. But I would love to take some questions now from anyone in the house. Thank you very much. So any question from the house, please?
Well, I want to say big congratulations to PBR for taking the bull by the horn. Earlier, after the presentation of Mr. Dr. Top, Mr. Lara asked you a question that there are no data in Nigeria. So I hope your presentation have answered that question. The only thing is that to get data in Nigeria, you have to pay money. I won't say more than that. And he will give you his card so that everything you want, he provide it for you. I don't belong to their company, but I know for a fact that that's what they do.
Thank you very much, sir, for that feedback.
Any other question? Okay. Thank you very much.
So thank you very much. We're available for any further inquiries or feedback that necessary. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. We're in another segment now. I think this is the section we've been waiting for. The induction and oath taking. I like to call the president Please may welcome the Director of Admin, Mr. Godwin John. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I want to stand on the existing protocol. I want to, on behalf of my president and the National Executive Council, use this opportunity to call the inductees, and please, it's for the associates and the full membership. Please, as soon as you hear your name, please you come out to a needful can be done to you. And for those virtually, please, the same process will be administered to you. When the oath is being taken, please, you follow up. And the soft copy of every document will be sent to you so that you can append your signature and send back to the Secretariat. Thank you. Let me call upon Olaoye Felix Sunday. If you're here, please come out. Samuel Olufemi Ayorinde. I guess they are virtually connected. Lawal Wasiu Adewale. Pharmacist Nnamdi Nwosisi. Egbe Ojo Shegun. Ejike Gabriel Onwara. Akpabio Itoro Basi. Roberto Napoleon Paul. Okay, he's here. I think that's for the associates. Okay. Ogwa Baka Victoria Ngozi, member. So please, these are the persons physically, and all others are virtually, and they will be inducted. So, my president and every member here, I present to you these members that will be inducted as associates and full members into this noble society. I want to congratulate you and welcome you to this noble society where we connect, we fraternize, we share ideas, best practices, all that you've heard. So, once again, on behalf of the President, National Executive Council, I say you are all welcome.
I'll be there.
Oath taking. The oath taken, please.
Just call my name. I'll be there. I'll be there. Just call my name.
This is the oath of membership into the Society for Pharmaceuticals and Marketing of Nigeria. So please, you will say after me, I call your name. Also to those virtually, please, do the same. I affirm my membership to the Society for Pharmaceutical and Marketing of Nigeria, and acknowledge the significant responsibilities bestowed upon pharmaceutical sales and marketing professionals. In furtherance of this, I pledge to 1. Uphold the highest standards of professionalism, ethics, and sound judgment and sound knowledge in my role as a pharmaceutical sales and marketing professional, by ensuring the safe and appropriate use of medications and contributing to and promoting safe drug practice through effective communication and education. 2. Pursue the ideals and ideas of SPSM and foster unity among its members. Uphold the interest of pharmaceutical sales and marketing professionals in Nigeria, as well as providing support and resources to current and aspiring pharmaceutical sales and marketing personnel. 3, to cooperate and collaborate health and pharmaceuticals regulators, institutions, pharmaceutical value chain members, and healthcare professionals to assure ethical use, sales and promotion of drugs and medicines in Nigeria in the overall interest of patients and the general public. 4, to promote interests, courses, educations, skills, research and development, research and knowledge of pharmaceutical sales and marketing professionals, and to encourage an advanced knowledge, dissemination of information, education and training, as well as the research into the art and science of pharmaceutical sales and marketing practice. 5, be dedicated to promoting the interests, courses, education, skills, research, and knowledge of pharmaceutical sales and marketing professionals, as well as advancing the art and science of pharmaceutical sales and marketing practice. 6, avoid in the course of duties and practice, by all means, illegal practices and unethical behaviors that may cause injury or any form of loss to all stakeholders, including patients, colleagues, customers, professional partners, employers, government, and the society at large. 7. Strive to contribute to the betterment of the pharmaceutical industry, the well-being of patients, and the advancement of healthcare practices in Nigeria. Thank you. So, you get this sign. And to those virtually, please, the acceptance form and the oath of membership form will be sent so that you fill and send back to the secretariat. So please, let's try and award them their plaques. Okay, I want to call on the president of this noble society to come forward to present their certificates and plaques to them. So for the fellows, I want to, on behalf of the President and the National Executive Council, call out the fellows for their investiture. And on the list, we have Dr. Olusegun Adeniyi Oyeyemi. We have Mrs. Elekwechi Ifioma. We have Mrs. Babajide Tubanjo. We have His Royal Majesty Oba Bamidele Obaitan. We have Dr. Ibrahim Samuel Abu, Benga Olayemi, Dr. Leonard Ugeigele, Dr. Emechita Obina Kelvin, Ogunleye Lillian Chinyere, Ede Paul Chigozie, Razak Ayodeji Adewale, Folorunsho Afiz Alaron, Oluyomi Olushola Daniels, Adebayo Hussein, and Pharmacist Okpeyemi Ogunbire. So these are the persons that will be inducted today as fellows.
Mr. Chairman, this investiture ceremony, special guest of honor, Mr. President, and members of council of this August and very special group. It is my pleasure to present to us the new fellows. But before then, I want all the fellows in the house to be upstanding for recognition. Please, if you are an old fellow of this society, can we recognize you? Please give us a round of applause for all fellows in the house. Thank you so much. Thank you so much and welcome. So my first on the list is Dr. Leonard Ugegeli. Let's see you, please. Let's be sure you are here. Thank you so much. Take a bow. Thank you. And he's followed by Dr. Emecheta Obina. Is Dr. Emecheta here? No, he's not here. Okay. I understand he's joining virtually. Mr. Ogunleye Lilian Chinyere. Thank you. Please take a bow. Thank you. And then Mr. Paul Ede Chigoze. Okay, you are representing him. Okay, thank you. Mr. Razak Ayodeji Adewale, thank you so much. Take a bow. Mr. Folonsho Afiz Alaram, thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, these are your... Okay, there's Mr. Oluyomi Olushola Daniels. He's not here. He's online, okay. And then Mr. Adebayo Hussein. Thank you. And then Fam Obayemi Ogumbire, also joining online. So, ladies and gentlemen, here are your new fellows. So, having said that, we'll quickly administer the oath. Somebody's... Okay. Oh, sorry, you guys didn't arrange them well. Dr. Olusegun Adini Oyeyemi, is he here? Okay, he's not here. Pharmacist Ifoma Elekwechi, not here. And then Farm Babajide Otu Banjo, thank you. Did I leave out any name? Who? Okay. Where's Sam Ibrahim? Can you imagine? Where's okay. Dr. Sam Abu Ibrahim. Please take a bow. Thank you. All right. So we quickly take the... Okay, fine.
I affirm my membership to the Society of Pharmaceutical Sales and Marketing of Nigeria. I acknowledge the significant responsibilities bestowed upon the pharmaceutical sales and marketing professionals. In furtherance of this, I pledge to... Please read one. No, read 7. You are welcome to SPSMN. Photograph now. Please sign your copy and return this. Then we take photographs now. Quickly, 2 minutes, photograph. If you don't mind, maybe about 4 or 5 of us climb here, then the right is here, so that I can take the photograph. Quickly. Let's about 4 or 5 people climb here.
Let's hand here for photography. Please, all you fellows for photography. Huh? Okay, fine. Just fine. Okay. All right. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, can we have a round of applause for our new fellows? Thank you. Where are their plaques? Where are their plaques, please? Their plaques. Director of Operation of Admin. Where are their plaques? Director of Admin. Where is their plaque?
Dr. Olusegun.
Mr. President, this is for Dr. Olusegun. Wait, come down. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yes. Oh, yeah. Okay. Where's the next one? Next one. Give me.
Hussein Adebayo.
Okay. Mr. Hussein Adebayo. Okay, fine. Thank you. Okay. Musak is not here now. Is he here? Mr. Adepo. Chigozie. Okay, please come and stand. Yes. Thank you. Okay. Next one. Is about that Bamidele Obaiton here? He's not here. Okay, he's not here. I'm coming.
Dr. Ibrahim Samuel. Fam Babajide. Dr. Leonard Ugeyele. Emecheta Obina. Dr. Emecheta Obina. Folorunsho Alaran is there. I saw it. Fam Okpe
Mi Ogunbire. Fọlọ́runṣọ́ Aláran. Chinyere, what? Is here. Ọpẹ́yẹmí Ògúnbíre, is it? You have to do what? You can't go.
here. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at the high point of this event. And it's now time to call out our honorary fellows. We will call them out one after the other. We will robe them and then take the formalities. So the first on the list is Mr. Mahesh Vaswani. Please give a round of applause. Let there be sign of life here. Thank you. Mr. Mahesh, thank you so much. Okay, thank you. Thank you. So we are going to rope him. Mr. President, Director of Admin, please, let's get ready. Okay, fine. Dr. Luluojo, I need you to help us here. You are supposed to be roped, but you refuse to be roped. I didn't give you, you have one. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you Mr. Mahesh Vaswani. Thank you. So, Mr. President, this is his plan.
Mr. Mahesh Vaswani has been admitted as a fellow by the National Council, having satisfied the Board of Assessors and fulfilled all prescribed conditions, dated this 26 September 2024.
So the next honorary fellow happens to be the chairman of today's event, Pastor, Pharmacist, Ade Opola. Please be careful there. Thank you. Okay, please be careful. Yeah, thank you. So, this team here. All right, Mr. President, we wait for you to present his plaque.
Pastor Fam Adekokuola has been admitted as a fellow by the National Council, having satisfied the Board of Assessors and fulfilled all prescribed conditions on this day, 26 September 2024.
Please, Mrs. Heikweme, please, can you please step forward to join us in roping of the honorary fellows? Please, please.
So the next on the list is no other than Pastor Pharmacist Tunde Onodele. Please, let's have a loud, very loud round of applause. Thank you. Oh yeah, President, please. This is the gown. Oh yeah. Thank you. Yes. Tunde, can we move to the middle? We are afraid of time. Where's the cap?
You're the key to setting me free, yeah. People with me, what we have going on. They have to understand that I'm waiting for so long. Oh, we're talking about real love.
Mr. President, can we have his
This is love you can't get from just anyone. The feeling between you and me. Real love.
Thank you.
Talking about real love. Real love. Real love. Real love.
Well, it's a very great privilege and honor. Any other English? To say that Pastor Famtunde Onodele has been admitted as a fellow by the National Council, having satisfied the Board of Assessors and fulfilled all prescribed conditions on this day, 26 September 2024.
Ladies and gentlemen, join me as we invite Mr. Venkesh Subramanian for his own decoration. A round of applause, please. Fine, I know we are lively people. Let's feel it. Let's feel it. Let's feel it. Thank you, sir. So, sir, Mr. Mahesh, can I ask you and Dr. Olujo to assist in decorating him? Thank you. Yes, sir. He's our brother.
Okay. Mr. Venkat Subramanian has been admitted as a fellow by the National Council, having satisfied the Board of Assessors and fulfilled all prescribed conditions. Dated is 26 September 2024.
Can we have the 2024 set of honorary fellows together? 2024 set of honorary fellows together. Mr. Chairman, sir, please. I'm sorry I'm bothering you today. 2024 set of honorary fellows. Yes, honorary first. Honorary first. Then we invite, thank you. Okay. Thank you. Mr. President, you have to be at the middle, the real middle. And then I will join as the chairman, body of fellow. It's my privilege.
Edo. Congratulations to all the fellows, the inductees, the honorary fellows, and every member. Congratulations to you. Chairman, I hope say never late because they think I be like say I will change career. Will I be accepted? I want to change career and to join so that I will wear this uniform. This one. Yes. They will give me. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, right about now, without wasting much of your time, I would like to call the special guest of honor of this special occasion, Mr. Valentine Okeolu, to give us his remarks. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Let me, okay, I'm already standing, so I won't say I want to sit on existing protocol. I'll stand on existing protocol, so that will make this very quick. I'm very, very glad to be here today. Like some of the speakers have already mentioned, I'm thrilled by the fact that we have a group, I will call it a group, an association that is not just dedicated to sales and marketing, but specifically dedicated to the sales and marketing of pharma products. That is a huge, would I say, initiative. I say huge because as you're starting off now, it will look as if the task is Herculean. But if you look at the value that you're bringing to table, I believe that within a very short time, you're going to gather a lot of momentum. You know, I was reading something yesterday on the social media where someone posted that the Port Harcourt refinery would start working this month. I'm not sure if anybody saw that in the news.
Start working?
This month.
Which month? This month?
That's what the caption said. Port Harcourt refinery to start working this month. Okay, but that's not the gist. The place I'm going is that, you know, all those savage responses. Someone now responded to that post and said, but is the refinery aware? You understand? So the refinery will start working this month. But is the refinery aware? So I'm bringing it back home to what we're doing. We are well set up. We have a lot of potentials. We have a lot of opportunity based on the fact that there are a lot of pain points that most companies and corporates that are in sales and marketing are into sales and marketing are having. Individuals that are into pharma sales and marketing are having. We have a lot of value add that can address them. But the key question again now will now be, are they aware? So the point I'm making is that we should now make a lot of effort, you know, to push this to the front burner across different platforms so that people that should be here will get to be aware that this honorable association exists. And that becomes the very first step towards building the momentum that we need. On this note, I'll say thank you very much for having me. I am very, very grateful, if not because of the value I attach to this idea of sales and marketing. I should be doing sales and marketing back in the office right now because we are closing the quarter. And you know we are running a public company and we must send in our reports and we must show good performance. But I think this is quite important and I've really enjoyed being here. Thank you very much.
Please, let's appreciate him.
Yeah, we don't want to
Yes. Really?
Until you play your life away, you let some people say just who you wanna be, and every night you shine just like a superstar. That's how a life is played.
I should have gone for the red. I think we are progressing. We're almost getting to the end of this section. I would like to call on the chairman, Fam Ade Popola, to give us the closing remarks.
Enough words. This award of recognition is presented to Pharma Adepopola in recognition of your outstanding contribution to the development of the Society for Pharmaceutical Sales and Marketing of Nigeria. He is not a member. He hasn't been a member until this moment, but he has been a pillar of support. Whenever I get to trouble, I get to his table and we resolve the problem right on his table. So when some of his subordinates will say, Oga must not know I'm a member, I just laugh. What are you talking about? This society is partially owned, but this is your boss that you say he must not know. What are you talking about? Dated 26 September 2024. This award of recognition presented to Farm Valentine Okelu in recognition of your outstanding contribution to the development of the Society for Pharmaceutical Sales and Marketing of Nigeria. I hope we are aware now. Dated 26 September 20.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's been an exciting time. Exciting in the fact that it's full of activities. And we enjoyed ourselves. We have learned one or two lessons from the presentation. The theme, again, is professionalism and thriving in a turbulent times. We need to tell ourselves the truth. When there is turbulence, professionalism takes a back seat. I'm telling you the truth. When there is turbulence, survivor mode kicking. The issue is that how do I overcome this turbulence? And that's what we are going through. You wake up, the exchange rate moves from X to X plus this thing. You wake up, the product we are selling yesterday, you cannot get to sell because the customers are pushing back. And you want to be professional. You wake up and your regulatory agencies are tightening noose around your neck. And be honest with you and be factual because I am in the field. They are tightening noose around your neck. They don't want you to move the way you want to move. They say, no, we have a window. You cannot register the product that will take you above the turbulence in this window. I want you to still be your old products, and those old products, they said, there is 5 plus 5, which is now cancelled. The regulatory agencies have joined the turbulence. That is my submission. But when you believe God, God will help you to summon the turbulence. And that's why you have to be close to God. So that as many turbulences that come, the God that you serve will sustain you. And that will be my prayer for all of us, that we shall overcome. We shall see the end of turbulence and we shall come out with testimonies. In Jesus' name.
Thank you very much, sir. I also like to call the Director of Admin, Mr. Godwin John, to give us the vote of thanks.
Like my boss had just said, it has been an exciting moment today. And I want to stand on the existing protocol that on behalf of the President and the National Executive Council, I want to say a very big thank you to every one of you. You've been so wonderful. You've been so cooperative. The MC, give you top notch. The co, thank you all. The crew, and everyone that has made this occasion a successful one. I want to say thank you. And this is the first phase. The next phase will come in the evening, where we'll be having the award, and that will be commencing by 5 p.m. Today, same venue. So to every one of you here, I say thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you very much. They say everything where it starts, it gets end. Anyway, in the evening time, Shebina chop will they come? Abi? Okay. Shebina, get this time around, those of you that are on diet, slim people like us that has been on diet, we will continue our dieting. But today we are going to skip the diet. Something must kill a man. All right, we started with God and we also end with it. I would like to call on the Director of Treasury, Yaya Abiodun Babatunde, to give us the closing prayer.
Wow. Everyone has been standing on the existing protocol, but I'm going to stand to close the induction, and ask every one of us stand with me so that we close the induction with a prayer. Our Heavenly Father, we praise your name, we bless your name, we thank you for the success of this induction ceremony. Thank you for the grace to be here. Thank you for granting all our guests, the members, all the inductees here safely. Accept our thanks in the mighty name of Jesus. Father, we commit the society before you. We commit all the members, the executive, the inducted members. Father, we ask for success in all our endeavors in the mighty name of Jesus. In our various organization, Father, we shall succeed and we shall do exceedingly great in the mighty name of Jesus. As we go to return letter in the evening, Father, no evil will befall any one of us in the mighty name of Jesus. We bless your holy name. So shall it be in our life in the mighty name of Jesus. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Pastor Abiodun. Oh, sorry, Fam Abiodun. Once again, I say thank you very much. Wait till let me talk now. You just cut me. Shoo. We'll be meeting again by 5 p.m. Come on, which kind of wish? Nana, Nana, the mic, they fuck up. Anyway, I remember myself and I, Gloria Chuku, aka Lady Koi Koi. I'm the host of the Wine Show, Mondays to Thursday on Faji 106.5 FM. Thank you very much. See you today. I believe then we'll have a better laughter. Thank you.